Today is August 29, 2023, and the day wouldn't be complete without seeing my cattle. And I don't see the bull anywhere, and there's probably some more missing, but at least they're out here. It's just after 9 a.m. I got a late start on my pasture fence work today. And anyway, weather's another nice cool morning. It started around 60 this morning. It's about 62, 64 now. Anyway, I'm going to start working. Okay, let's get it going. I found Bully too. He's okay. There's old Bully. Yeah, there's Bully, hiding in the shade. Oh, look at the flies on his back from the cold morning today. Well, today is August 29, 2023. It's a cool morning, and started out around 60. It's warming up though, sun's shining bright, but at least I'm working in the shade down there, or I will be. I gotta dig another post hole. Okay, let me get down there. Oh, by the way, this is the second day that I'm working on this section of the northeast fence, starting from this post. This post was put in, that wood post was put in when I did this here. That's a while back, I don't remember when. But anyway, I'm gonna be working from here. I put a post in at the corner down there yesterday afternoon, and today I'm going to be working in the shade down there behind the truck. Put a post in on the fence on the right side. I'm thinking about moving a couple of those fence posts out a little bit to give me more room to drive my truck through there. Yeah, I was thinking about that yesterday. Okay, because it's a tight squeeze for my truck. Okay, I'm going to get to work down there now. Yeah, I think I'm going to move this post out, and that post out, especially that post out, and the next post up there, I'll move it out too. The rest are, so I got 1, 2, 3 posts to move, dig up a little bit and move out away from this tree and away from that tree to give me more room. And I'm going to put my wood post somewhere in there. I'm going to clean that area up, move that limb, cut some of them green branches, just clean it up so I can see what I'm working with. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm sure I'm still within my boundary because up there, this here it moved in away from the trees, but out there it moved all the way out toward the open area, toward the bean field, neighbor's bean field. So I know my boundary is farther out, probably out on the other side of those trees, but I kept it inside the trees when I first did it because it was easier to maintain the fence in the shade of the trees than it was on the outside. So that's where I'm at now. Okay, yeah, I'll move them 3 posts later. First I gotta decide exactly where I'm gonna put that post, wood post. Then I'll go from there. Here's the corner post corner post that I put in yesterday afternoon. Yeah, I'll move that post out. I can't move it out too far because a fence will hit that tree there. But I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3. The post next to the truck, the middle post in the branch, and then this 3rd post up here. I'll move them out. Well, at least this one a foot. This one at least a foot, and maybe the other 2 a little bit farther. So I might move my wood post out even farther than that. I want to give myself plenty of room to squeeze my truck through there without having to pull my mirrors in. I've been clearing that honeysuckle and other stuff out of the way was harder than digging the hole. Well, of course I haven't started digging the hole yet, but it sure was hard clearing all that honeysuckle. Hard to cut those vines. And then I had this big tree. Well, it wasn't big. I had a hard time cutting it down. I was going to just, because it was covered with honeysuckle. There's the branches that I cut off right there. Yeah, I'll cut it off there and there on the ground. But I intended it to push it toward the open area when I cut it, because it wasn't that big of a tree, but all the honeysuckle was caught up, and the tree was taller than the honeysuckle. The tree was caught up in those branches up there, and I couldn't push it. And I guess the weight of the honeysuckle made it fall. Luckily, it didn't hurt my truck. It fell right across the corner here, just right there across the corner. It didn't land hard because all the leaves landed on it. And then I cut all them branches off and put them here for the cows to eat. But I guess they just nibbled on them because they didn't eat very many. I don't even know what kind of tree it is. I think it's an elm. Yeah, I think it's an elm. Oh, the cows are hanging around the hill. Look at their calf. It's either eating dirt or it's eating some kind of grass over there on that hill. That's a dirt hill. I think he's eating the dirt. I guess they don't get enough salt, minerals. Anyway, here's what I got done. I said I'm going to move this post in a ways and that post in a ways. But then the third one over there in front of that tree, I can't move it too far. I'll move it in, but I can't move it too far because the fence will hit the tree. So I have to think about that when I move that one. But I won't move these until I lower the fence so I can walk across it easy. But I won't move them until after I get the post in. I think it'll work. Let's look at it from the other side. Yeah. I'll move this post in that way, in or to the left, and the other two in. I'll move it a little farther, closer to where the post is going to be, but not too far. I just want some extra room to drive between this tree and the fence, and that tree and the fence. Because the way it is, unless I fold my side mirrors back in on the truck, it's hard to squeeze through. So I'm just widening the area up a little bit. I could cut that tree down, but I don't feel like it. That's almost too much work. Chainsaw, and then I gotta. Oh, I just noticed something. I'm gonna show you. That red heifer calf right there. It's standing almost in the same place that fence T-post broke off when I tried to pull it out. Had some barbed wire hooked to it. It's still laying over there. I don't know where the barbed wire is, but it's wrapped around that. It's wrapped around from this tree around the other tree close to the water and laid on the side. But anyway, if that calf would come a little bit farther this way, he's gonna might wind up stepping on that broken off T-post. And if that happens, I guess I'll know it because I'll have a sore foot. Okay, hopefully I was hoping they stay out of there. Maybe I should put a T-post back in. I don't know how I do that unless I get in the water too. But anyway, Bully came out already, and he was down in there too. So he came out already. He's already done his soaking for a little while. Okay, back to my work over here. Oh. Yeah, that'll help me drive through there a lot better. Okay, let's go to work. It might be a mistake digging a hole too close to that elm tree, because elm trees have a funny root system. They spread everywhere. Because that is an elm. That's an elm growing there. 2-story. I think it's yeah, they're both elms growing out of the same stump, I guess. Anyway, I'm gonna take my chances and start digging, and hopefully I don't hit nothing big. since that's a small tree, it shouldn't be, the roots shouldn't be very big. I should be able to cut them out with that post hole digger. But I'll find out in a minute or two, or 20, or a half hour. Anyway, let's start digging. Oh, look at them. Yeah, I can smell the mint. I drove over the mint here. They're not eating, that calf's not eating mint. It's eating the leaves off that tree that I cut down. I threw over there. What are you doing, Cappy? Oh, king of the hill over there. And this one here is not quite on the hill yet. It's on the side of the hill. Well, I gotta stop messing around with these cows and get some work done. That's not too hard digging the hole. Soil's kind of metal. I don't know what they call it. But it's soft and easy to dig. For now anyway. And the center of the hole, if I can get down there, the center of the hole is 24 inches deep. So I still got some ways to go yet. 24. That's the center of the hole. I gotta dig out the side walls down there, and then I'll dig a little deeper, and I should be pretty good to go. Okay, I hope this holding this phone flat doesn't change the video to I don't like the portrait. I like landscape, but sometimes it seems like it changes by itself depending on how I hold the phone, so I'm trying to be careful. Okay, let's go back to digging. Well, I got my post hole digger in the hole, and I'm at 32 inches, so I'm ready to put the wood post in. I just want to get it lined up. It pretty much lines up with this fence up here, and once I move those 3 posts, it'll line up even better. Okay, and it'll give me plenty of room to drive the truck. Well, you can see where I dug the hole, and post hole diggers in the hole at the right depth, 32 inches. So I'm going to put my post in. Yeah, that'll improve my space for my truck to drive through. Okay, doing 2 jobs at once here. Widening the road a little bit for the truck, and putting a good wood post in for barbed wire. Barbed wire. I don't know why I keep saying barbed wire. must be what I learned when I was young, I guess. Or I just got a lazy tongue. One more look at the piles of dirt on each side of the hole. And it's good soil. I mean, it was easy to dig. I didn't hit no hard clay this time. But I'm going to see what I can do here. Let's see. I'm going to look in the hole. Let's see. We can do this without flipping the portrait. There you go. It's deep enough. There. Okay. Let's add a post. Thought I'd show my homemade temper that I made probably in high school, as soon as I was old enough to use a post hole digger. Same post hole digger that I'm using now. It's old, probably older than my father too. Anyway, older than my, probably from my great-grandfather, or at least grandfather. Anyway, that's my homemade temper. I like it skinny, so I can press into the dirt or soil in the hole and make sure there's no air voids. I can poke it down there, and then the holes get filled back up with dirt again, so it makes it more solid, at least for me anyway. And I got a little knob on the top, a little wider area on the top, so easier to handle with my hand, and spreads out the surface area, so I can press down easier. And narrow at the bottom. The curve, I don't know if I intended to curve or not. I think that's just the way the tree grew, or the thing. It might have been straight when it started, but maybe it curved as it dried. I probably made it when it was green. But anyway, that's my tamper, and it's doing a pretty good job. It's almost as old as I am. Let's see. I'd say it was. I made that in the late 60s or early 70s. Yeah, early 70s, I'd say. That's probably when I made it. Okay, probably, yeah, late 60s. That's more like it. Late 60s would have probably when I would have been able to dig a hole. Okay, and I did my share of post holes on the farm. Okay, back to work. Set that post in all the way, and then it's already, I already plumbed it or leveled it, vertically level. I don't know if you want to call it, but it's straight up and down on both sides. Post is in, and it's pretty tight. Okay, I'm going to take a view from both sides now. Oh, this is a fence coming down from the charger. It goes straight, and then it automatically turns here. I probably went there because of the trees. There's some big trees here, so I had to keep the fence away from the trees. And these two posts up here line up with the wood post. How about that? So all I gotta do is move the other three down there. I didn't use the post hole digger because they're a little bit loose in the ground already. So I just used a shovel and dug a little depression around each post. I'm going to put some water in it, and hopefully that'll loosen it up enough to pull them out. Yeah. So here's the first one on this side of the post. Going on this side of the post. That's almost out of the ground already. It wasn't in very deep. There's the one up the hill toward the corner. Yeah, that one's in there. Well, it's not in very deep, but it's in more solid. But I'll add the water and see what happens. I don't want to use the post hole digger if I don't have to. For once, I already oiled it up for storage, because I won't need it for a while. Anyway, I'll put some water in. That water soaked in pretty fast here. Not so fast here though, but the post isn't in as deep either. And water's still standing here too. Of course, I did this one last. This one loosened up pretty good. This one loosened up a lot. I could almost pull it out with one hand, but I'll do that later. This one up the hill is pretty tight. Must be the clay soil up the hill a little bit. It wiggles a little bit. If I can get the water to go down around the post. I got it loosened up a little bit, but it's the tightest one. But I'll keep wiggling it. Well, I got it loosened up now. I think it'll pull out. I'm gonna have to put my camera down, or phone down to pull it out. Okay, I'll catch you when I get them relocated. Oh, that one loosened up a little bit. I think I can pull it out now. And I'll be back when I have them relocated there, in, or out, aligned with the post, and that one out, aligned with that post. Okay, so I'll be back when I get them relocated. Well, I got all the posts loosened up, ready to pull out. I'll view from this side. I got all the posts loosened up, and I'm ready to pull them out and relocate them in line with the wood post. Okay, let's get that done now. Well, I got the post in, and I got the wood post in, and the T-post, the one T-post on this side of the wood post. I moved it, and then I moved the 2 posts on the other side, on the far side of the wood post. So I moved them, and it looks wide enough to drive now. Yeah, I can get through there, no problem. Okay, let's go to the other side, take a look. Oh, there's a view from the other side. Looks good. Yeah, that's wide enough to pass through without folding my mirrors in. I could have gone a little bit farther here, but I didn't want to cut it too close on those trees. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. I like that. Okay, let's take a look behind me. Well, that's the corner post I put in yesterday. It's looking good. Got it supported from behind, from the outside with 2 wires, tension wires. And so all I gotta do now is put on my black insulators, put the black insulators on the T-post. 2 on each post, looks like. All I gotta do now is put my white insulators on the wood post, 2 of them, and the black insulators on from that post on all these T-posts. 2 black ones in each post, all the way down, and 4 white insulators on that post, 2 on each side, and 2 on that. Oh, only 1. I already got 1 up. Oh, that reminds me. I found my 9 white insulators, and I had put them in the little spreader thing on my back of my ATV for storage. That's a safe place, huh? It's always a safe place that I can never find. Anyway, I'm gonna put the insulators on now. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna put the white ones on first, and then I'll put the black ones on. Well, I put the 2 white insulators on the left of the post, or down there, where the barbed wire to go down that way. It'll go down, attached to that middle post, and then it'll go up to the corner post, which you can't see. I put the 4 insulators on, 4 white ones on this post. This is the center post, down in the middle. Center, middle, yeah. I put the bottom insulator, bottom white one, on today. Yesterday I put that one on. Okay, but now I'm ready to put the black insulators on the post for the barbed wire. And it's ready in the afternoon. I think it's 1 p.m. already. And I'm getting a little tired. I'm going to put those black insulators on, and then I'm going to call it a day. I'll put the barbed wire on tomorrow when it's cooler in the morning. I like it in the morning. Okay, let's go. Put the black ones on. Well, I got all the black insulators on. All I gotta do now is turn the fence back on. Yeah. Everything's ready for the barbed wire tomorrow. I'm gonna do it early when it's cool. I'm already losing my shade here. Look at that. But I still had shade while I was working most of the time. Except when I was on the end of the truck, on the tailgate, working on something. Okay. I gotta turn the fence on, and then I'll be headed home. This was the 2nd day working on this fence, and tomorrow will be the 3rd day working on this fence. Well, I'm on the other end, the other charger. This is the area I'm going to put barbed wire on next tomorrow morning. See, I'm already losing my sun here, so why not work in the shade instead of the sun? So that's why I'm going to wait till tomorrow. And I'll turn the fence on now. So this fence powers from that post over there, all this barbed wire section here in the open area, and then it also powers this fence here too, here to the corner and all the way down to the bridge, and around my corral and back down to the gate on top here. To the gate on top. That's what it powers. Okay, I'm done. Let's go. Let's turn this off and call it a day. Another look at my fence upgrade so far. Put the post in and post in down there. Move these 1, 2, 3 T-posts, and I made my road wider. I think I'm going to test it. I'm going to go ahead and back up through there and see if I'll fit. I've never backed in through here, but I'm going to try it today, and then I'll pull out. Yeah, I got plenty of room. I didn't have much room to get out though on this side, but I made it, and the fence is on, so I had to make sure I didn't touch the electric fence because it's on right now. But I got plenty of room here. I got room to spare here. Yeah, well, this tree to the fence is the narrowest. The big tree to the fence has got a big opening, so I don't have to worry about that. Just going through here, it's just a little tight, but I got the fence wide enough there so I can get through without adjusting my mirrors inward. Okay, so I can see myself in the truck back window. How about that? Okay, let's go ahead and go home now. Fence is on and working. Oh, I didn't test it. Let me go ahead and test it. Still August 29. Oh, I don't know, about 3 o'clock maybe in the afternoon. Anyway, as I was coming through the other gates there to go out that gate, I guess the animals heard me, and they were all down in there, and they all rushed to get out. And once they saw it was my truck, I guess they didn't care. Okay, but anyway, they're all right there. I'm going home now. I'll put the barbed wire on at the fence tomorrow. Well, one last view of the cattle before I leave. I guess they cooled off a little bit in the creek before I came up and scared them out of it. And I parked back on the bridge because it's in the shade. I walked up here. Yeah, I wanted to catch them before they all spread out. Okay, that's all for today. Day 3 will be tomorrow. Putting barbed wire on. And there's always one more view, ain't there? I'm going to close the gate now, and then I'll be going home. All right, bye. Until tomorrow.